Hello Virgo, welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie. This is your monthly reading for career and money for the month of March 2021. This will not resonate with everybody. So if it doesn't resonate, please check out your Mars, your Moon, and your Rising. And from there, if it doesn't resonate, then by all means, check me out another month, okay? So first I pulled some cards from the Rebel Tarot deck. Oh, I can't. I forget the name of that deck. But anyways, long story short, these two cards are number 11, Diving for Light. So this is about getting clarity of mind in order to have a new partnership created. And I got this card already for a couple of readings. I think it was Pisces, and I think the other one was Cancer. But you have two seahorses on her shoulders. They're not facing one another, and they're very far from one another, okay? But if you look closely into her crown, she has two seahorses that are bound to one another. And I think seahorses are like that. They travel as partners. They mate for life and they travel as partners. But in essence, this card is speaking of you forming a new relationship with someone at work. Now, I'm not talking about love relationship. I'm talking about a partnership, working relationship. It could be a new client. It could be a new contract. It could be a new employer. It could be anything new, but you're diving for light. You're looking for answers, okay? The card that came out from Dixit is a little bit similar to that. You have this creature that's in kind of this slot inside of a wall, wanting to come out, a little shy, right? So you need to come out of the shadows. You totally need to come out. Don't be afraid. Come out and understand and see what is in front of you, Virgo, so you can create that new partnership. So maybe you've been working in the shadows for all this time. And all of a sudden now you're able to come out, step out, and, show your light and show who you are to the rest of the world. So you can establish that relationship. Maybe you were working in the lab, you were working in R&D, you're working somewhere, but never in the limelight where you get to see the customers or whoever is buying your product that you were developing. So whatever it is, you need to come out of that dark area and dive for the light, find the light. And that card number 11 also can simplify down to card number 2. And card number 2 is about making choices or partnerships. And hence the two seahorses at the top on the crown, that's the ultimate goal, is for a complete union partnership with whoever it is that you want to be working with, right? Okay, so now let's dive into your tarot, Virgo. So here we go. We have, for Virgo, present situation, we have the Ten of Wands. That's a lot of burdens, a lot of work is going on in the background. The opposing obstacles is the King of Pentacles, okay? The desires and aspirations is the Knight of Pentacles. The guidance is the Nine of Cups. And the outcome is the Moon. Okay, Virgo. So at the present time, you're feeling overwhelmed. And I must say this because I know this about Virgos. I'm partially Virgo myself. I mean, I'm a Leo cusper with Virgo. And I can tell you that the sense of being a, a perfectionist is innate in me. It's like, it's a must. Everything I do must be perfect. And if it's not perfect, it's not approved. It doesn't get my seal of approval. So I totally get it. You're feeling completely overwhelmed by the situation at the present. You've got a lot on your shoulders. You've been taking on a lot of responsibilities. You need to learn to delegate. You need to learn to accept imperfection. And you need to come out of that closet or that dark space that that darkness. You need to come out. You need to come out in the light. You need to actually be shining, because no one is perfect. No one is 100% it. So I think that you need to realize that. That's the guidance that I'm seeing from the 2 cards that we picked already, is that you need to understand that you're not it. And regardless of whatever, what you think your lacks are, doesn't matter. I mean, only you know those lacks. People out there don't know them. So come out, shine your true self, and you'll see that you'll be able to bond and meet and create those partnerships that you need to create with business. Okay, so I think the burden is about that, is you feeling inadequate, in essence. The opposing obstacles, however, is the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is about structure. It's about being very rigid and doing things the same way, because it has been successful over the times, and not being open to change how you're going about to do your business and how to improve on it. You're just doing the same thing, status quo, day in and day out. And I don't think it's necessarily you. I think it's about the environment around you. But maybe it could be you too. You are so ingrained into your little routine, into your thing, that you don't really want to try something new. But evidently you have to. We have this card here. You need to come out of that hole. You need to come out and shine through. You've been in the closet too long. You've been in the basement too long. You have a lot to share with people, Virgo. Okay? Your desires and aspirations is the Knight of Pentacles. Again, Virgo, earth sign, needing structure, needing groundedness, needing security. Nothing is perfect. The Knight of Pentacles is like the most stable and sound and slow knight in the deck. He won't take action until he knows 100% sure that things are stable and moving forward. I get that. That's what you're wishing for, but you need to get rid of that control aspect of yourself, Virgo. And I totally speak because I know what I'm talking about. I'm August 22. I'm like a Leo Cusper Virgo. And I have so much Virgo in me. It's unreal. And this is me. Like, this is me. This is me. And I can tell you that it's hard to let go of control. It's hard to accept things that are less perfect in your life. And it's kind of been my challenge my whole life. But anyways, having said that, it's about you. But I think that you need to understand that, yes, you want this, but it's not always going to be capable or possible. Okay? Your guidance is to enjoy life. You have the 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups is about a wish coming true. So you're very lucky in all of this, because obviously you've got things happening. The money's flowing in. You're in a good place overall. There's abundance. There's a lot of fruit on the table. There's 9 cups. Plus she has a bottle of wine, and she's pouring some wine in a glass for herself. So for me, this indicates that you need to start enjoying life. Not overindulging, but indulge in life. You need to be able to start reaping what you've been working on. So taking the moment out to enjoy yourself, enjoy your family, enjoy whoever, enjoy with your colleagues, enjoy whatever it is that you need to enjoy. You need to start relaxing a little bit more. Not be so uptight about the outcome or the perfection. The outcome will be there. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. You should not be so uptight about the way things are going to get to the outcome. That's the message here. So I really think you need to deep dive into yourself and understand what it is about you that prevents you from having this kind of fun and joy in your life. And because ultimately it's right in front of you. All of this is in front of you. The outcome is the moon. And the moon is a Pisces card. And in this deck, the moon is different than the other decks. What I really like about this is this goddess of the moon is shining some light, and she's bringing light to the situation. Kind of like what this card is all about, diving for light, looking for answers, getting answers, right? And she also has at her belt, I think, two or three keys, which to me mean knowledge or openness to, answers to some solutions. She has her two beasts or two dogs in the back, the moon dogs. But in this instance, instead of being things that are hidden from you or things that are not divulged or hidden, I think this is clarity. This is clarity coming to you. She's coming to you. She's looking at you. And she's got that divine light of clarity coming towards you. So she is shining this light on you. She's helping you see the light so you can have the better partnerships moving forward with your customers, your partners at work, whatever it is that you do for a daily basis as work. She's helping you. As an animal card for you, we have two, and I'll take them both. So we have card number 3, the Armadillo Spirit. Set healthy boundaries. Oh my God, yes. Talk about that in a second. Number 4, Badger Spirit. Be fearless and be bold. Okay, so first of all, healthy boundaries. Virgos generally do not have healthy boundaries when they are expecting perfection. There's nothing healthy about perfection. It's impossible. We're human beings, and there's no one on this planet that can be perfect. So healthy boundaries means accepting that it's going to be at 90%, 92, 95% to perfection, and that all the time. So the burdens need to be released. Okay, so you have a lot of expectations of yourself and of others. You need to release those burdens, okay? You can't expect that from yourself nor anyone else. So healthy boundaries around yourself and others. Card number 4, Badger Spirit. And it says, be fearless and be bold. So I guess once you've accepted that, you've accepted the fact that, you're not perfect, and that technically you should be coming out of the darkness. You should be coming out of here because you ultimately know a lot of things about your work, your skills, right? You're very knowledgeable about what you do. Maybe you need to come out of the darkness, like I said, out of the closet or out of the basement, right? You need to come to the public and be customer facing or something to the effect, right? Be fearless and be bold because, you have it. You own it. You just need to realize that you own it. You should have the confidence to be able to own it. I'm going to put that one there because I think that goes hand in hand with that, and I don't want to lose track of that. Whereas this one, healthy boundaries, goes right with the 10 of Wands. So I'm going to keep that up there. All right, so I've done this card. I am now going to pull a card from the Kipper's deck for Virgo. March 2021, Career and Money. So we have 2 cards that came out. We have Courthouse and Despair. And how funny is that? Card 23, 32. You may want to look those angel numbers, 2332, or even look up 323, what the significance of those digits and their relationship with one another. You may want to look into that. I can't do that right now while I'm doing this, but anyways, it's significant. We have a mirroring effect here going on between 23 and 32 or 32 and 23. You may want to look into that. But courthouse signifies anything legal. There's a court appearance. There's some court documents that are being shared. A judgment is going to be called, or you're being asked to go to court. And then all of a sudden there's this card of despair, which means you're losing hope, right? This so far has nothing to do with this. I do not see this or the relation with this. So I'm going to park it. And maybe this has nothing to do with you at this moment. I'll pull some cards on that after that. But let's go to Lenormand first. One more card at least. Yeah, okay, one more, because those are both cards of communications. So come on, one more. One more for Virgo, please. Okay, we got two more. One fell on the floor. So let me just go look at it. Hold on. I'm going to have to pause. Okay, the card that fell on the floor was the snake. So we have the message, which is the letter. Okay, sorry. And then we have the birds. So the letter is about, communications, written communications, emails, letters, messages, whatever of written nature. The birds is about verbal communications. And then we have the book. And the book is usually about secrets or things that are being revealed to you. So in this instance, I think that this is clearly, there's a lot of communications going around. And in both sense, verbal and written. So emails and telephone calls. And it's about something that's being revealed, and either it is very toxic to the environment into which you are working into, or it is about someone who is very toxic, or it's someone who's trying to loop you into this negativity cycle. And here's where I'm going to tie this in. And here's where I'm reaching out now. I'm getting this message in my head that maybe you are someone that has been working in the lab or product development or something to the effect. And now all of a sudden there's, let's just state something very simple like a customer complaint. A customer is complaining about a situation that's going on. And with a product that they purchased from you. And this product fails. It doesn't work to their liking. It's actually not working out at all, Virgo. So there's a lot of communication back and forth. Written, spoken, information is revealed, and it spells for danger. Danger pertaining to the company you work for, okay? But because you're in the lab and you don't usually have to deal with customers, you're not customer facing, you're R&D, you're developing stuff, or you're a scientist, in the lab, and you're being asked now to come out of the lab to be able to discuss this conversation or have this conversation with, external parties, including customers. And it's asking you to be fearless and bold. You feel it's a lot of burden. It's a lot. It's demanding on you. But you need to remember to set healthy boundaries around that. You're not the only person involved in this equation here to be able to solve this. The King of Pentacles is the obstacle because that's the company. That's the way they deal things with all the time. They manage the stuff this way all the time. And you are bound to that traditional way of dealing with things. Here's how this ties in, though, is that there could be, the court case doesn't have, or the courthouse doesn't have to be like an actual legal suit. It could be just, it's pending paperwork, and the court could represent your company where someone is going to be making a judgment call on that. And the despair card here that came out is probably one of you feeling helpless about being able to solve this situation. It doesn't literally mean all those words, but it's about the concept of how this is all happening, right? If this is the reading, this is very specific, and it's not for everyone, obviously. And if that's the case, you're hoping for something very stable. You're hoping that there's going to be stability that's going to come back into your work day, into your career, so that it will fix the issues. Things will be grounded and fix the issues. And your guidance is to still enjoy yourself. Take time to enjoy yourself. Life, work-life balance, right? And the outcome is the moon, which is clarity. Guidance is coming towards you with answers. Man, oh man, that was kind of strange as a reading. Holy crap. Let me just pick this card. This is the healing. Gotta check the time. It's 20 minutes. Okay, this is the healing mantras. Let's pick one card from this deck. For Virgo. Well, nothing's coming out, Virgo. Come on. Virgo, for Virgo. Career and money for March. Okay, we got a couple of cards. Okay, so 2 cards came out. So let's read at the top portion. Dispelling sadness, and we have grounding my energy. So let's start with this one. Grounding my energy, and it says, it is safe to be in my body. Grounding my energy. Okay. The other one is dispelling sadness, and it says, I will feel better once I get the rest I need. Okay, so being grounded is a must. You're a Virgo, you need to be grounded. You're an earth sign. So definitely, you're going to want to take these steps that you have to take with a level of comfort and healthy boundaries. For yourself and for others around you. But anyways, being grounded is a must. You need to do that. And like, that's what your desires and aspirations are, is the Knight of Pentacles, meaning the most ultimate grounded card in the deck of all the knights anyways, is this card. And he is ultimately grounded and secure. When he takes a movement or he moves forward, it's because things are 100% certain. Now, there may be sadness because we have sadness associated with the despair card. I will feel better once I get the rest I need. So maybe this is going to cause you a little bit of turmoil emotionally. But regardless, just take the moment that you need in order to regroup and be able to handle the situation. You can't help them all. Healthy boundaries. You cannot help everybody. Maybe the situation is beyond your control, completely beyond your... I know it's beyond your control. It's not your fault here, okay? So you need to think that way. It's not your fault. There's multi-reasons why this is probably happening the way it's happening. If we look at the moon cards in terms of timing, and I know we talked about March, but let's just say, is this something that's spanning over a significant long period of time? Because I have a feeling it's not happening all at once in the 1 month. So let's get some cards for timeline. Cards for timeline for Virgo. So this first card here is the long night moon. And that long night moon is the moon, I think it's the full moon. Hold on, let me check first. It's the full moon in January. Let me just check on my calendar. No, that's not that moon. It's the moon in December. Let me go back to December. I didn't write it there, so I got to write it. I got to go check. I think it's the longest night of the year, which is around December 21st. So let me just check. Yeah, so it is that night. It's the night of the longest night, the moon with the longest night in the year, which is the full moon around December 21st. So this stuff started happening around then, okay? So last December full moon 2020. So, oops, hold on. Let me go grab the other cards. Sorry about that. Okay, so when is this going on till? For Virgo. Okay, right here. So this is card number 12, and it's called Boundaries. Oh my God, you've got 2 boundaries card. So in March, this card corresponds to the 24th of March. So it looks like a lot of this stuff is going to be clearing up or starting to happen around the 24th of March. And it's all about boundaries. So there needs to be clear boundaries. You're going to get involved with this project, with this situation. Something that started at the end of December 2020. And it's going to carry on until March. I said 12th. That's the 12th card. March 24th. So there's going to be a lot of communications back and forth, written, vocal. Things are going to come clear, but they speak of danger. So it's an issue that happened with a customer-facing product or situation or solution that your company is supplying to them. And you're being asked to be diving in for light to get clarity and most likely to secure this partnership. Now, I'm seeing this differently. This is a partnership that was probably there initially and has kind of like dissipated, and you need to bring it back together, okay? And you're the expert in the lab that's being asked to come out of your shadows. You need to be, and they're soliciting you because of your knowledge, right? You're the expert. And they're asking you to be fearless and bold about this. You're going to find this to be cumbersome, burdensome, because you've got the 10 of Wands. And just remember, though, that there are healthy boundaries that you need to set. And we have the boundary card again. Remember about this card with the timing. Your company, whoever you work for, is very traditional in what they do. They've always done things the same way, on and on and on and on. But you're hoping that things are going to get stable again, but it's asking you in the meantime to enjoy yourself. Things will be illuminated. The moon goddess is coming towards you, and she's illuminating your path. She also has keys at her waistband, which means she has the answers. Okay, so whatever judgment that's going to occur, you may feel some despair from this, but don't worry about it. It's out of your control. You're not in charge of that. You're the one that's going to provide the facts, but it's not ultimately up to you. And if you remember correctly, I talked about the mirroring of number 23 and 32, or 32, 23. Okay, please look into that. That's a specific message for you, Virgo. All right. I hope you like this message, and if it resonates, give me a thumbs up. If you want to be a subscriber, please subscribe. And until next time, next month in April, and all the best and good luck with this. Take care. Bye-bye.